Tinubu finally grants Nnamdi Kanu pardon using the power of amnesty as declared by the Lagos lawmakers. My dear listeners, the Lagos lawmakers has finally given the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a final look, pending when the Supreme Court is ready to make its final judgment, which everyone is believing to be October 10th. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has used the prerogative of mercy to look into the case of the IPOP leader and see reason why he deserves to be free. I don't want to speak much as I will be taking you into the video for you to hear it live as it was declared. Make una know say the law now where you from see this one. So let's quickly go into this very content as the truth is revealed.
Your battle. Nnamdi Kanu's case is not your battle. It was never your battle. I've told you that the reason why Mohammed Buhari's government being hijacked by the Fulani Kabas led by Abubakar Malami, Abakairi, and Gabashehu kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, breaking international laws intentionally, was because Nnamdi Kanu kept on exposing a lot of things, which now everybody has seen that almost everything Nnamdi Kanu exposed about the government of Buhari came to reality. Even them are using their mouth to confess that we did this, we lied to Nigerians to hide body sickness and all that. So what I'm telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that you should know that Nnamdi Kanu's detention or illegal detention is not your business. The reason why he was kept there was because the Buhari's government that was hijacked by the Fulani Kabas never wanted him to expose a lot of things, because he was speaking through to power and they mentioned that they kidnapped him from Kenya, which has been established by the Kenyan courts and by international organizations that the extraordinary rendition of this particular man is illegal and unconstitutional. Kenyan government have ruled and even awarded him 10 million Kenyan shillings and all that. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are still telling you, I'm going to read out what this particular Lagos lawmaker said to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that you should actually exercise this your right. You have no business, as a matter of fact, keeping that man, being Nnamdi Kanu, in detention. It is not your battle. It is not your battle. And then we read in proper context, you can see what this particular man said. Then before we analyze and dissect more issues, as you can see on the screen, they said that Lagos lawmaker being Jude Idimogu begs Tinubu to pardon Kanu. He said a former lawmaker in Lagos State, Sir Jude Idimogi, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to grant the clemency to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, being Nnamdi Kanu. He said that the news agency of Nigeria, being NAN, reports that Kanu, the leader of the self-determination movement, was arrested in Nairobi, Kenya in 2021, brought to Nigeria and had since been in custody facing trial. He said Idimogu, in an interview with NAN on Sunday in Lagos, urged well-meaning Nigerians, including Igbo leaders, Southeast governors, to speak with one voice by appealing to the president to grant pardon to Nnamdi Kanu. He said that such pardon, if granted, would not be forgotten and would aid the party's fortune in Southeast in 2027 general elections. Me, I've often said when I'm not interested in their 2027 general elections, our interest is to ensure that the Southeast region is brought back to peace, because criminals have hijacked this opportunity of Nnamdi Kanu detention to perpetrate all sorts of evil, criminal gangs, kidnappers, and all that, and they'll be telling you are working under the guise of Nnamdi Kanu. Meanwhile, they are just thieves, criminals, and criminals. So this Idimog is saying that this is going to dose down the tension in the entire Southeast region, which is basically and literally the truth. Well, let's continue. He said something. He said, I want to plead, in his own words, I want to plead with our president, Asuwaju Bola Tinubu, to kindly see the need to use political means to grant Nnamdi Kanu clemency. I want to appeal to all well-meaning Nigerians, not just those from Igbo extraction, to help plead with Mr. President to use his good office to release Nnamdi Kanu. If this is done, I believe the insecurity situation and tension in the Southeast will reduce, if not completely curbed and eradicated, he said. He finally said, according to him, a lot of miscreants have been using Nnamdi Kanu's name to cause mayhem and atrocities in the region. Idimogu, who is the deputy leader of Ndibo in Lagos APC, said that the release of Kanu has a lot of advantages both for the Southeast and Nigeria. He said that it will de-escalate the tension and make the economy of the region to come alive once again. Well, like I've often said, well, I appreciate him for lending his voice because he is better than some of the criminal politicians who have in the entire Southeast that have refused to lend their voice and say and tell Bola Tinubu to free their own brother. Rather, they've been dining with Tinubu and forgetting that.
Yes, I want to personally read this very line for you so that you will understand that at least even in a family where we have 5 or 6 siblings, one will be different from all. Now, this very leader and lawmaker from the southeast has decided to opt himself out from the other leaders like the governors, senators, chairmen, and lawmakers. I'm talking about the person of Idumogu. Now, see what Idumogu said, despite being a politician. He said, Odumogu is the deputy leader of Ndibo in Lagos APC. What do I say? In Lagos APC. How many of us know about Joe Igbokwe? Do you know that Joe Igbokwe is one of the one of the leaders in of the Igbos, and also an APC chieftain, you know, and many of you know how Joe Igbokwe has been going about, destroying, criticizing, and going against the agitation of Biafra. But now look at this very man, Idumugu. He's even the deputy leader of Indibo in APC and a known Igbo leader. Despite being an APC leader in Lagos, he still chose to stand in support of Ndibo. He said that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of advantage both for the Southeast and Nigeria. He never failed to speak up for the release of the IPOP leader, not minding the fact that he is an APC chieftain and also an APC leader in Lagos. My dear listeners, this is one of those things we are telling you about that we really need to give a critical look and also agree upon. Let's keep watching. We are still on it.
It takes a lot of courage for him to equally come up to speak in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I just want to admonish James Omotosho and Bola Tinubu for them to understand that look at the game that the Northern has played. That this man did absolutely nothing. They said he did this, he did that, he did that, he did this. I've often said that the intrinsic hatred that the Fulani Cabal led by Buhari then had for the Igbos made them to do every single thing to make sure that the entire Igbo region is not safe. Tell me why Buhari never wanted to even call for negotiation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he started his agitation. The best thing you should do is when you see people that are agitating, even P2B and some other people said it, nobody wakes up one morning and start agitating. There are reasons. And when you see people that are agitating, the first thing you do is to call them and ask them what are your grievances. What are your grievances? What are the problems? Then if their grievances are valid and okay, you resolve them. Nnamdi Kanu, when he started, said he wants a functional seaport, at least in the eastern region, that they should try and dredge River Niger or, provide, a good railway system or structure in the entire Southeast and give the Southeast people an equal share in, political representation in the country. He did not demand for much. He never even demanded for anything more than that. He kept on, telling them these are the basic things you people should do.
My people, nobody will see the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and will not say this guy deserves freedom. Nobody will see or hear what has transpired between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian government and will not want to defend him or speak for his support. Only a biased mind that will see the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and still stand by the Nigerian government. The Nigerian government know the truth. Even Tinubu himself know the truth, and that is why he walked out to Buhari before he came into power and said release him. So Tinubu still leaving Nnamdi Kanu in prison is for his own political reason. And Tinubu knows He knows, but I must tell him. I must tell him through this very channel that he is taking a very wrong move. Yes, he's taking a very wrong move, and whosoever that has advised him has really has advised him wrongly, because it doesn't make sense and it doesn't pass the message correctly. Do you understand? And that is just the truth. So, my able listeners, my friends out there, I want to salute you all. I salute you all. I salute you all. I salute you all. And I really appreciate you. Thank you for the time spent. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for all that you have just said. It's been wonderful. And also, thank you for the opinions that has just you know come up. Without wasting much of your time, I would still like to leave behind for you one or two comments from our comment section for you to know what the people are actually saying about this, so that you will know that people are really, really, really in support of Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. Now, this is coming from Alex Domso. He said that freedom to Nnamdi Kanu. You see that he's supporting the freedom of the IPOP leader. Now, another person by name Bodex, he said, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Tinubu, this is not your case. Free this man immediately. Use your prerogative of mercy to free him now. Exactly what Tinubu has just been told, of which he knows that this is not his case. Now, Anthony is saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent with or without whoever. He didn't contravene anything called law when creators gave us brain and mouth. See, my dear listeners, just like I told you, that the world has finally stood up for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are you aware? If you are not aware, I'm telling you now. The world has stood up for the IPOP leader, and the world is ready to defend him. And Tinubu is now using his head to carry what he's not supposed to carry, which doesn't augur well. I am of this opinion that Bola Ahmed Tinubu to just use his good office and his position, to grant Nnamdi Kanu freedom. And believe me, he will be well celebrated. And, kudos will become his, and he will be the one celebrating at the later end. This is an advice. I'm not just trying to praise anyone. You understand? Because already I have seen it coming. Okay? Thank you. This is the Lord TV.